Tensions between NATO and Russia over troop buildup near Ukraine are nearing critical point. United States of America has now issued a warning to Russia over its troop buildup. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has warned Russia of consequences if it escalates tensions on the Ukrainian border. This as Russia has amassed thousands of troops along the border with Ukraine. The United States had earlier said that Russia has amassed more troops on Ukraine's eastern border than at any time since 2014, when Moscow annexed Crimea from Ukraine and backed the separatists in the Donbas region. Now, speaking to NBC News, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken now says, and I quote, "I have to tell you, I have real concerns about Russia's actions on the borders of Ukraine. President Biden's been very clear about this. If Russia acts recklessly or aggressively, there will be costs, there will be consequences," unquote. United States is not alone in condemning Russian troop buildup near the Ukrainian border. America's NATO ally, Britain, has also issued a warning to Kremlin. Britain says the United Kingdom and United States firmly opposed Russia's campaign to, quote, destabilize Ukraine and called on Russia to de-escalate the situation. UK's Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab tweeted, and I quote, "U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and I agreed Russia must immediately de-escalate the situation and live up to the international commitments that it signed to at the OSCE, or Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe," unquote. Meanwhile, Russia is sticking to its demands and has imposed conditions on any easing of tensions. The Kremlin has demanded that some of the conditions outlined in the Minsk peace accords on eastern Ukraine must be met before a further round of peace talks can go ahead. Political advisors are now working on a possible round of such talks under the so-called Normandy format. The Normandy format brought together the leaders of Ukraine, Russia, Germany and France to help end the conflict in eastern Ukraine between Kiev's forces and pro-Russian separatists. Kiev, meanwhile, continues to raise alarm over a massive Russian troop buildup. A buildup of Russian forces near the border between Ukraine and Russia, and over a rise in violence along the line of contact separating Ukrainian troops and Russia-backed separatists in the Donbas region. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.